Hi, hey everybody, this is Kevin here with Coach Ben Thrasher. Coach, how are
I'm
you?
doing well. How are you doing?
What an exciting day, a busy day. I know, gosh, we're on the eve of the Class AAA State Golf Tournament, girls tournament, and the boys tournament. Both can be at Highland Country Club.
That's right.
What an exciting time. First of all, it's a great showcase for the LaGrange High teams and also for Highland Country Club and for this community, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll
Yeah.
tell anybody that I
Yeah.
can that
Yeah.
Highland's in about as good a shape as it's been
Yeah.
that I can remember,
Wow.
especially this time of year.
Yeah.
It usually gets really, really good in the summer because it gets
Okay.
so hot.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
guess we've had such a hot spring.
Okay. Yeah.
The groundskeeper, Mike Lawrence, and his
Yeah.
crew have done
Yeah.
a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
The people at Highland Country Club
Yeah.
have opened their arms for us again, and
Right.
they're just tremendous. You know,
Right.
I can't say enough about
Yeah.
what they do for us
Right.
in our golf programs.
Yeah, and so I should point out this is a 2 day event as well. So a lot of times it's a 1 day thing, but they're actually giving up Highland for 2 days this time.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, like Monday,
Yeah.
they're not open on
Yeah,
Monday
right.
anyway.
Yeah.
But they are bringing in staff.
Right.
They're going to
Okay.
staff the bar and grill. They're going to
Okay.
have a hamburger hot dog buffet. They're going to have some sandwiches, some
Okay.
Cole's prep
Yeah.
pre-made sandwiches they're
Right.
going to offer, and some.
Yeah.
So they're going to be able to offer that stuff and make some money.
Yeah.
And with both tournaments being out there,
Yeah.
I told them, I said, they should make a killing.
Right.
They should be
Yeah.
able to make a lot of money and really benefit from
Yeah.
having those tournaments out there. And then Tuesday, the members are going to be displaced a little bit.
Right.
But I really think, I may be wrong, but from talking to a lot of the
Yeah.
members I talked to, they really enjoy it having the
Yeah.
state tournament out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's high quality golf, and they're
Yeah.
able to get out there and watch and
Right.
really celebrate the sport, junior
Right.
golf, and then hopefully our guys, and our girls.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned both teams having terrific seasons. Of course, they both won the area tournament, which seemed like it was a year ago at this point. It's only been about 3 weeks. But what an exciting opportunity for the LaGrange girls and boys teams.
Yeah, absolutely. The girls won by 30, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot of
Yeah.
drama to
Yeah.
that. Our boys won by 12,
Yeah.
and going in, we kind of expected both teams to have
Yeah.
an opportunity
Right.
if they played up to their capability. We thought on the boys' side, we weren't sure who our main competition was
Right.
going to be.
Right.
It ended up being Cairo. They
Right.
kind of came out of nowhere on us because Mary Persons had beaten us by
Right.
7 earlier in the
Yeah.
year, and we were
Yeah.
had our eye on them.
Right.
But it ended up being Cairo, and
Yeah.
we were able to play well, and
Yeah.
we handled business, which was good to see.
Yeah, the Grangers, the guys, they've had an awesome season. And the really great thing about that squad, obviously talented players across the board, and it's kind of been a different guy each tournament, each event, and that really bodes well for an event like this, doesn't it?
It does. The most important part of your team for boys is
Yeah.
the fourth spot.
Right.
And the most important part for the girls is the second spot.
Yeah, yeah.
And so with us having 5 really
Right.
that are solid,
Yeah.
we feel like we can go out there, and it kind of gives us a buffer with one of
Yeah.
those guys not having a great day.
Right.
So hopefully we have 5 guys, and even
Right.
6 with Andrew as
Yeah.
our number 6.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored in the counting
Right.
category, but
Yeah.
he is fully capable of it. He shot
Right.
81 earlier this year in the JV tournament.
Yeah.
So he's capable of posting a really good number
Right.
in the 6th spot. So,
Yeah.
the way we look at it, we've got 6 guys that are
Right.
fully capable of
Yeah.
going out and posting really good
Yeah.
numbers, and so hopefully we put it all together
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday this week. And for the
Yeah.
girls, with Caroline, if she plays up to her capabilities,
Right.
it's just who's going to post that other score.
Right.
If she can get some help and post another really
Right.
good score, they've
Yeah.
got a chance to make some noise.
Right. Of course, Highland Country Club presents different sorts of challenges. Some courses, it's all about distance, how far you can hit it. Highland, it's really accuracy is so important, and it sounds cliched to just kind of keep the ball in the fairway, but that's going to be so important, isn't it?
It is. Like I say, it's a
Yeah.
shot maker's course.
Right.
You've got to
Yeah.
be able to put the ball where
Yeah.
you want to put it.
Yeah.
You got to know where your misses are.
Yeah.
And if you miss it in the wrong place, you can be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You miss it above the
Yeah.
hole, any of the holes, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right.
The rain may slow the greens down a
Yeah.
little bit, but the greens are fast.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's going to play. I think it's going to play well. We've obviously had a
Yeah.
lot of rain the last
Yeah.
day and a half,
Yeah.
but hopefully it'll get hot tomorrow, bake everything out, dry
Right.
everything out,
Yeah.
and by Tuesday, hopefully it'll be playing really well.
Right. Obviously, to put an event on like this takes a lot of people. Obviously, you're doing your part. We've got folks out here today cooking dinner for the coaches that are coming in. It really is a team effort to put an event like this on, isn't it?
It is, and we've got such a tremendous support
Yeah.
staff.
Right.
I haven't seen the golf team as a team since The area tournament, I think.
Right.
I think I saw them one day
Right.
during practice.
Yeah.
We didn't have spring practice one day, and
Yeah.
I was able to get out there for a little while. And then we had our banquet that Tuesday. It was whatever Tuesday we had free physicals
Right.
at the school.
Yeah.
I got to see them that day at practice, and then we had our banquet that
Yeah.
night. So I've seen them once in the past 3.5 weeks. So that goes to show we've got tremendous coaching staff: Alan Crawford, Solomon Whitfield, Kelsey Platt. That group does a tremendous job getting those guys and girls ready. And then you talked about the booster club that we got: Doug Kersey, Ronnie Chastain, Greg Pitts, Patrick Bright. Those guys do anything and everything they can to help our program.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. Obviously, the tennis team won a state championship Saturday. The guys, I think they had a top 5 finish last year at state.
We finished 6.
6. So if they put it together, if all 6 guys you mentioned just play really well over the course of the 2 days, they could absolutely compete for a title, couldn't they?
Yeah, we think so. You look at the scoring averages throughout the year.
Yeah.
We've had 11 official 18-hole rounds, and our season average was like 322, I think.
Right.
West Lawrence had 3 official 18-hole rounds. Their season average was 310.
Right.
So you put in another. You give them another 5, 6, 7 tournaments, their average is probably going to come up. You know, you're not going to shoot that well all year. And North Hall just shot. They were the other team that was right there with us in the scoring average, and they didn't even win their area tournament. So you don't know, that could fuel them. Monday and Tuesday, it could fuel them to play really, really well. I know West Lawrence is really young. I've talked to their coach a good bit. He's concerned about their inexperience, their youth. They've got 2 or 3 freshmen they count on, and to me, that should be our advantage. We've got 3 juniors that have all played in the state tournament for 2 or 3 years. It's their 3rd straight year. We've got, or 4th straight year. We've got a senior in Grady who's played. This will be his 4th state tournament. And then we've got 2 freshmen, and one of them plays tournament golf, and he was on the GSGA South All-Star team. So he's tournament tested, and so I feel like our guys are tested. And that's why we play the schedule we play. We go all over the state of Georgia trying to get them ready. And you look at some of our results sometimes, and you're like, oh, they finished 10th out of in this tournament. They finished 12th in this tournament. But when you're playing in the caliber of teams we're playing against, it's not about winning the tournaments as much as it's about getting the experience, playing those courses and hitting shots, and getting ready for this time of year. And that's what we're trying to do every year.
Yeah, but obviously they know this course as well as anybody that's going to be playing there, so that doesn't hurt, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. No, we historically haven't played well there, but we did in the last day of the Granger Classic. We shot 313 out there, or 319, and that's the best we've played at Highland probably in 3 years. So it was really good to see them do that, and Grady shot 74 that day. So we feel like if we can have 4 guys to shoot between 74 and 80, we've got a really good chance.
Right. Well, it's going to be a fun 2 days. I know the Grangers and Lady Grangers have both had exceptional seasons, so hopefully they'll both finish things on a strong note, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like you said a while ago, shout out to our tennis team, the boys tennis team, for having a great year. I just saw Coach Moore in the school building a while ago. He's getting ready for a calculus meeting, which was what he goes from winning the state tournament to getting ready for a calculus meeting. So we just hope we can follow up for them. They got things kicked off for us this weekend. We hope we can follow them up.
Well, thanks, Coach. I wish you all the best of luck, and thanks as always.
All right, thank you.